Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you know why we pulled you over today? Exactly. It's because you're not subscribed. So you better fix that right now, or we're gonna have to take you in. That would definitely be cool. No fam, fuck that. Tim, you better be watching this. Give us the goddamn card, Tim. I feel like it's not just up to Tim, right? Because like credit cards in the United States are a very important thing to like a lot of businesses. Like even local grocery stores have a fucking have their own fucking credit cards. It's such a cultural thing. It's so embedded into the culture to pay with credit cards. Even your groceries, like if you try to pay for groceries with your credit card here in the Netherlands, you might have a hard time. There are only a certain amount of grocery stores that actually accept credit cards for groceries, and if you see the difference between American culture and, for example, Dutch culture, is that these grocery stores in the United States have their own flipping credit cards. To get benefits on the groceries, and here in the Netherlands we still have a lot of shops like big chains like Albert Heijn. I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with Albert Heijn. I feel like no, but it's a very big chain here in the Netherlands. It's from the company called Ahold, and for perspective, they also have this website called bol.com, which is basically still bigger than Amazon's store here in the Netherlands. So just for scale, if to understand how big that company is here in the Netherlands, their influence is very big, because their shop is so big that even Amazon has been unable to overtake them on many markets, right? And the same is true for groceries. They are dominating the grocery market, and they do not accept credit cards. They don't at all. So I'm just trying to give you a perspective on how like credit cards are not that big of a deal here in the Netherlands. It's quite crazy that American Express is even addressing this market. I feel like it's very cool. It's awesome. I think credit cards can be great, especially if you know how to use them. But it's not as embedded in our culture, so it might not make too much sense for Apple, that's not even in the banking market right now, to bring a credit card to a market where not a lot of people are using it, like American culture is. So the UK is closer to the US in that regard, but still nowhere near as crazy as, well, it's not even, I'm not going to call it crazy, I'm just saying it's not the hype as it is in the United States. We do not use credit cards the way Americans use it, right? So I'm not sure where you guys are from. I know one of you is from the UK, and I know I've been living in the UK for a longer time, and I still travel to the UK. Credit cards are more accepted, right? You can, for example, travel with credit cards in public transport. It's something that we don't have here. Like, you can't use your credit card for that shit unless you have a prepaid card that you just put money on upfront. So then you can use your credit card. Other than that, it just doesn't work. And in the UK, you can just use your credit card with like NFC, and you're in the bus, you're in the train, you're in whatever you want to be in, right? In the tube, whatever. It's just, what I'm trying to say is like it's more usable in the UK. It's just still nowhere near as in the US. So the whole continent of Europe, maybe apart from Russia, it might not make sense. Well, now it doesn't make sense in Russia as well, right? But in a normal Russia, it might make more sense. But it's still, yeah. I mean, it's credit cards is a wild thing here, dude. It's not something that you can just bet your business on. So yeah, if Apple is willing to get it here, they probably want to tie that with something like this program to actually make money from it, because it doesn't work the same way over here. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of I'm trying to figure out another comparison for any Americans watching. But kind of how you guys work with debit cards, right? It's a debit card for a lot of Americans is something that you do not touch. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really do much. It's just there and it's fine. You can use it, but why would you? The time that I have spent in the United States, a lot of people just use their credit cards for everything. Literally everything. It doesn't even matter if you're buying a lollipop. It's going on your credit card. Which, if you say that to someone that's living here in the Netherlands, they're just going to look at you like, why would you do that? A credit card is for something that it's either, I don't know, where you go on a holiday, or you book a hotel, or you need something right now that you can't pay for right now, you want to pay for it next month, something like that. But it's kind of like something in the United States that's pretty standard, for example, is that you have a certain amount, a certain percentage that you have to pay on your next bill instead of your entire bill. That is something that in the Netherlands, you do have it, but you will have to apply for it, and they will have to look into your finances, look into if that's something that's feasible. Otherwise, you just got a standard credit card, and a standard credit card here is not the same as a standard credit card in the United States. So a standard credit card here is that at the end of the month, you pay your entire bill. No discussion. And if you're going to get into any discussion, they're going to help you pay for that bill. And trust me, you don't want their help. Because they are very efficient. So I'm just trying to say, like, it's like, it's different. It's very, very different. Just trust me. So just for perspective as to how feasible it is for this card to be here, it basically has to be tied in with something else. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. Financially, I feel like it doesn't make sense. Anyways, more news. Ladies and gentlemen, more news.